Alright, it's been quite a while since I've recorded this game. I think the last run I uploaded was in August, so it's been about 8 months. This game has changed quite a bit since the last time I played it, though a lot of it does remain the same. It is a small development team, after all. They did release a new character, as well as a couple of new items. I'm not going to go over all of that, I just kind of want to get jumped into this and go ahead and get started. This character is insanely busted. I have them fully upgraded, so that's most of the reason why, but they also just have a lot of things that are really helpful for them. The first thing is you get to start out with an enhancement, which you get to choose from one of 3 random things, and I think there's like 12 things in total or something like that. I'm not sure the exact amount. Let me read over these real quick. Shields will not be broken immediately after taking a shield break damage, and then the hero will be invincible for 2 seconds, basically saying that when your shield is broken, you will be immune for 2 seconds, and then you have a 3-minute cooldown. Deals an additional 30% damage to the monster which remaining HP and shield armor is more than 80%, basically saying if you have a sniper rifle and you shoot them in the head, you get 30% extra damage if they're at full health. And that goes for any weapon, but like it's best with the sniper. And summon a Thunderbolt to strike the target when Chain Lightning only hits one enemy. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to go with this middle one just because this guy is really, really good with snipers. And of course, it doesn't give me one to start with, but that's okay. Out of all of these, I think this one's probably going to do me the best. An argument could be made for the one on the right. That's a black hole launcher, basically, that explodes and kills people, but I like this one because you can just throw it at people. And it has a lucky shot chance, which means it's pretty likely to just instantly kill things. Okay, another weapon already. This one's pretty neat, but neither of these are really what we're looking for. There's a specific set of weapons that we want to look for above all else. And it's mostly the bows and arrows. Everything else is kind of secondary. And even at that, there is a specific bow and arrow that we want that hopefully we'll get. But I have yet to have a run where I don't at least see it once. And it is so good that I usually hold on to it for the entire game, even if it only has like 1 or 2 modifiers. You usually get a lot of opportunities to upgrade those modifiers as well. Let me check this first stage here and make sure I haven't missed any vaults. But I don't believe I did. They're usually pretty hard to miss. Yeah. We'll go ahead and move on to the next stage. So I want to go over why this guy is overpowered, but I don't really want to do that until we actually get the setup required so that it can basically just speak for itself. But we'll get there. It just might take a bit. For the beginnings of any run are always the slowest parts. I say blasting through these guys in 1 hit. This is kind of busted. When the text is yellow like that, I'm pretty sure that means it's a lucky strike. And when it's a lucky strike, it deals like a certain amount of crit damage, I think. Let's see what you have. That's pretty good, but it's not exactly what we're looking for. Go ahead and buy that because it's so cheap. And this is also pretty good, but I'm not sure if I want to spend the money on it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that. We already have a sniper rifle anyway, and this one's pretty accurate too. I just kind of don't like this weapon. It just doesn't feel as good to use as a lot of the other accuracy weapons. And it has a lot to do with that delayed shot. I think if that weren't as bad, I would like it more. That's not to say that that needs to be changed, really. It's just a preference thing. The delayed shot is really not a big deal considering it kills so fast. Oh, hello. There we go. I didn't show this off, but I am playing on the Elite difficulty, which is 1 below the hardest one. I don't play on the hardest one just because it doesn't seem that fun to me. Okay. That's a really good one to get very early on. Basically says that my skill does 50% more damage, as well as summons a Thunderbolt for things that I hit with shock damage in the ability thing that I haven't used yet, which I will eventually. This enemy is already dead, but there's an enemy type in this game, and it's been in the game for quite a while now. It was in the game even when I did the last video, but the Immortal Enemies are kind of the worst thing in the world. I think if there was a limit on what enemies could get what modifiers, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. If you hit somebody enough and they die, and they have the Immortal modifier, then what happens is they have a fuse go off on the top of their head, and for that duration they are invincible basically, and can still run into you and do damage. And if that's an enemy that's far away, that's not that difficult to deal with, you know, you just have to dodge for a little bit until they're dead. But what ends up happening is these guys, the ones that run into you and blow up, end up getting that with an enormous frequency that is really annoying. And so you're in the middle of combat and trying to deal with all these people shooting at you, and then all of a sudden you have to start concentrating on running away from this single target, because if you let it hit you, it's going to deal a massive amount of damage. And it's just really irritating to me. It's one of those things that I probably should put up on the feedback of the Steam forum, but just have never gotten around to, really. I'm just so busy doing nothing half the time. Alright, so that was an insanely short survival round, by the way. I didn't even really mention it. In fact, I don't think I used my ability again. This isn't the case like with the dog character, who has this dual-wielding ability that I don't like using. It's just, I already have a pretty good setup and haven't really needed to use it. Alright, that's something I can trade away for later. What do we have in our first vault? It's a boss vault. Let's see who we got. Should spawn after I kill this dude. There we go. Oh, I hate this guy. But he's probably going to die pretty quick. Wow. There we go. But usually it doesn't go that fast. I don't know what's different this time. Probably this thing that I keep leveling up. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go with this over the starting weapon. There's two really good ones here. This one's really good, and so is this one. But I think I'm going to go with this one just because it's more fitting for the playstyle of this character than the other one. Not to say the other one isn't fitting, it's just I like that one more. So I know I said we were looking for the bows and arrows, but the thing that I'm holding does not count. It is not one of the weapons we're looking for. I hate these guys so much. Just move your big dumb shield, please. Thank you. What are you? Ooh. Yeah, I'm willing to forego the crossbow for this. This is one of the newer dungeons, or vaults. Oh shit. This thing does not feel accurate at all. Oh, I should not have run. I'm just gonna wait here for a few seconds to let my shield regenerate. Alright. This room's kind of a clusterfuck. That guy always stays up there. I don't know why. Alright, what we got in here? go with that one. Hopefully I can find something like airbag and then break this run wide open. Who was behind me? Hello. That has no tell on how big the AoE is, and I don't like that. It's another thing that I could make like a massive post probably for the developers of all like the little weird quirks and shit in this game. I have put a lot of hours into this despite it being early access, and I continue to do so because it is just exactly my kind of game. It has a lot of guns, you shoot them, a lot of enemies, a lot of numbers that get bigger. That's the big part. Every game is better when the number gets bigger. You know, I said this thing wasn't accurate. I think I just suck. You again. Yeah, this is pretty good. Let's see, what did you drop? That's a pretty good weapon. You again? Yeah, see, I still just don't feel like using the Go Shock or whatever it's called. It's just like, yeah, those stats are really good. And if somebody enjoys using that weapon, they'd probably be all over it. But I just don't like the way it shoots. Yeah, we'll go with that. That was a pretty good get. It means if any armored enemies get near us, we'll be fine. Usually I'm not this aggressive at this part, but right now I have such a powerful weapon that I might as well be. Let's get this through faster. Where is the last guy? Oh. Of course it's a Grenadier. You should be nice and either give me a good sniper rifle or a scroll. Ooh, there we go. Alright, we got a bow and arrow now. That's a pretty good bow and arrow, too. It has two things that give me an extra lucky shot chance, which is basically like a crit. And I already have an item that gives me more lucky shot chance. And what was the other thing on it? Yeah, it's a decay effect. So that's largely... It's actually not that bad, now that I think about it. I was going to say that's largely useless, but then I remember I have an item, the golden scroll that I picked up earlier, which makes that happen. Alright. We could also get another bow and arrow from this one. While this is a bow and arrow, and it's what I want, it's not the exact bow and arrow that I'm looking for. The exact one I'm looking for is called the Strike Wing, which is a newer weapon, and that is not it. And I don't think it's better than this either. And I'm not going to pick that up because I don't really like using that either. Not with this character, at least. And what we got from here. Let's see. This is like a good item, but I'm going to go with long shot just because I'm going like full sniper build here. This basically makes it so the further away somebody is, the higher my damage goes. I don't know what the percentage is and how far you have to be away, but it's a good item. Alright. Can you sell me the item I need? You didn't, but you did sell me 2 really good scrolls, and for that I thank you. I'll go ahead and improve that. And now we fight the new boss. The Stone Golem or whatever. Excuse me. Drank something and it went down the wrong end. It's my favorite thing about the human body. So already I'm doing 16,000 damage. That was 55,000 damage, 24,000 damage, and he's dead. So, yes, that is what I'm looking for right there. What do you got for me? All right, that's not really that great compared to this, but because it's the item I'm looking for and because it's so good, I'm going to go with it anyway. All right. That is also really good. This has been a really good run so far. The game is being extra nice to me, which tells me that the next set of floors is probably going to be really mean. But we'll see. But yeah, that boss was added in the last, like, big content update. Feels a little bit harder most of the time than the other one. But he's still pretty easy with this character. But everything is easy with this character. So I'm not doing 55,000 damage like I was before, but I'm still doing a significant amount of damage. Enough to basically one-hit kill most enemies. The enemies through here are pretty tanky. And I just cleared the entire room. Especially those sniper dudes. I probably complained about them in the last video I did of this. Usually I would go with the max shield and armor, but because I have that thing that increases my lucky shot chance the less health I have, it'd be more advantageous for me to take that. So the reason the Strike Wing is so good is because when it hits something, it also bounces off of them and flies into other enemies around. You'll see a lot of times enemies that I haven't even shot at yet will have a chip of their health taken off, and it's because of this thing. It just homes in on other enemies and hits them. Good lord. This sounds like it would basically always do the elemental effect, so I'm going to go ahead and go with this. We're going to pump a point into that as well. Maybe another. Oh no. That guy could have very easily killed me. Please stand still. I don't know how that's not registering as a crit, but okay. I keep forgetting to use that ability because I just barely ever need to. Oh my god, stop jaunting back and forth, please! Just take your death. There was a modifier there, and I did not even realize that it was there. I still just tore through everything. We'll go with this here. This basically makes it so that over a certain amount of time, if I don't take damage, my shield, or my max shield increases, which is good. I'm still holding out for airbag, though I already have 1, 2, 3 legendary scrolls. I would not be surprised if I don't find any more the rest of the run. But that would be okay, because the ones that I have are pretty good. Oh shit. Kind of hope I get an item that, I forget the name of it, that makes it so that when you're standing still you do 50% more damage. Because sometimes I have to stop and aim at those really thin guys, the pencil thin guys. Okay, that was a really good purchase there. He just sells an item that says you can take an item for free. Paying for one item with another. Another ability that I picked up that I never talked about is, let's look at the ascensions here. Lightning from Void, which is a chance to trigger lightning by dealing a critical hit. Now, I don't know if this is for sure, so don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it is calculated on the percentage of your crit, up to 10. So this has a 5.9 crit modifier, meaning that there is a 59% chance that if I score a crit on somebody and it's been over 1 second since the last time it procced, it summons Chain Lightning. But again, I'm not entirely sure on the math there. I don't know the inner workings of this game. I don't know anybody who's taken it apart to figure that out either. But that is how I figured it. Seems pretty reliable. All right. Let's see. That's really good. Especially for my character. But I really like a movement speed. Do I already have something that... Yes, I do. But I'm going to take this anyway. Just because I have that ability that gives me more shields. So I just keep getting speed ups. And if I run across like one of those platforming deals, one of the platforming vaults, it'll make it a whole lot easier for me. Because if you're fast enough, you don't even have to like really time your jumps or anything. You could just breeze right through it. Please stop walking back and forth. They remind me of the soldier in TF2 and how he's impossible for me to headshot no matter how slow he is, because he just jaunts back and forth like that. What do you got for me? So this is an interesting prospect. I think I'm going to go with this for two reasons. One, there are 2 modifiers on this that really aren't that great, and this will replace them hopefully with better ones. And 2, if I lose health, I gain lucky shot chance. And that puts it at holy shit. Okay, so this just got a whole lot more busted, and it was already pretty busted before. So it doesn't fire as fast, and it doesn't have the same crit rate, but it does have 2 projectiles, meaning it deals damage twice, and it creates a lightning ball, and it does corrosion damage. So with the lightning ball, it basically creates this ball up above that shocks anything in a radius that's below it. And if I can consistently score crits with this thing, which I usually can because my lucky shot chance is just so high, it'll create that lightning ball. And also, because it's corrosion damage, let's see how often it procs. 30%. So 30% of the time it'll deal corrosion damage, and if I get a lightning ball with that, then it also deals the lightning damage on top of that, which is something called miasma, I think. And it's basically just a really powerful damage over time. I'm like, the game is in play itself territory right now. Just, they run towards me and they die. The only problem is, it's very easy to run out of ammo. Because it doubles, it's double projectile now. So it could very easily, like I could just burn through ammo in a couple of seconds. So I'm constantly going to be looking for that. I really hope that Bullet Bank spawns twice. Because it already spawned once and I took something else instead. We're going to pump the shit out of this weapon. I'm going to try to get it to like plus 12 by the end of this run. Unless I find another one of these that's just way better. Let's see. This will make us a little faster and give us a bit more damage reduction. But this will make it so that dealing 1 crit means that the second crit will deal a gazillion times more damage. And right now, I kind of want to just go full glass cannon. Minus the glass. We're just going cannon mode. This is just ridiculous. That added up to like 25,000 damage. Like, that's how much the first boss has on like easy. This is a platforming vault. I can show you how I handle this with the utmost efficiency. These things used to give me so much trouble, and they still do, depending on my speed. But like right now, I'm just so fast that I'm already done. That was the hard challenge. Oh my god. Oh man. I thought this was an airbag for a second. I was about to get really excited. But that basically gives me this effect. What is this? Yeah, I'm not taking that. This basically gives me this effect because of this. Yeah, 3% movement for every 10% shield armor you have. Let's see. Yeah, so this basically doubles my speed. Or something like that. It is pretty ridiculous. This is kind of pointless, but it's just a roll that I can trade off later. It basically says that after I take damage, I start recovering health, but since I only have 1 health, it's not really a big deal. This is usually one of the harder rooms on this floor. Mostly because if you go on for long enough, a bunch of things can spawn and just make everything really difficult. But I killed everything before it could make anything difficult. Oh my god. This is a really good run. Oh, this could actually be... Yeah, I think this is better. That said, still just gonna pump the hell out of this. I know I'm blowing all my money, but like it's so worth it with this thing. Like, it really is just that much of a difference. We're gonna get to the boss and just it'll instant die. And you see what's happening right now. I'm scoring so many lucky shots that it just automatically counts as a crit most of the time, which means that it's spawning these lightning balls all over the place. So anything that I don't hit is getting hit by that, usually. Usually I would do this, but it's very easy to die here. And I kind of don't want to. I don't want to blow my revive on that. Plus, the only bonus to that is like 1 scroll, and there's a chest in there that pretty much gives you a guaranteed rewrite of one of your items. But all my items are pretty good, so I don't really need to mess with that. I want to see how this does. This kind of sucks. It's actually really not that bad. It's just I'm used to everything dying in a second, and that takes more than 1 second. They're the big dudes. Yeah, those guys usually take quite a bit to actually kill. I don't even gotta, or yeah, I do gotta shoot that guy. Those guys take a lot to kill, but they just melt right now. Alright, awesome. Oh, thank you. That just gave me an immunity to the negative effects of lightning. Let's see. Yeah, and I get more damage in lightning if I have lightning on me. So I really wish I took Lightning Enthusiast earlier, because that says whenever you do shock damage, you get shocked. And those two just stack together beautifully. Yeah, we should probably be using this. We essentially get nothing but crit kills. Alright, so this is the old boss of this area instead of the new one. Let's see. None of these are particularly that good. This will be excellent for getting a little bit further with this thing. They changed the way upgrades work as well. It used to be 250, 100, 200, 400, 600, 800 for an upgrade path, and then it was 800 forever. But they changed it so that it only goes up by intervals of 100 up to 600, which is really nice because I have gotten a weapon to plus 19 that way. You need something like Devil's Covenant, which makes your gold drop 75% more in order to do something like that, but you can do it. All right, let's see how long this takes. Oh my god. Oh my god. All of his armor was gone in a second. One hit. That's all it took. More survivability. That is wonderful. Let's see what else we got. Go ahead and just add some more chain lightning though. I cannot imagine a setting in which I will ever really need it. Another lightning ball, sure. Why not? I'm pretty sure fire and lightning create something that makes enemies fight on your behalf. There's the immortal modifier I was talking about. It's not so bad when it's on him. Alright, so usually I play super carefully at this part. I'm going to try to continue to play at least a little bit carefully, but there's not a whole lot of reason for me to. Just going to avoid that guy while he's, excuse me. Yep, it was that one that makes it so they fight for you. I have a feeling I'm going to have to start using that secondary weapon a lot. Because I'm just not getting the ammo drops. Or not as many as I would like, rather. Should probably also start letting the lightning balls do their thing. There we go. I'm going to remember that guy is behind me. Come back to him later. The only reason I don't do it now is because there might be a peddler who might sell something that I really want. We shall see. God. I have not had a run this stupidly busted in a little while. And the amazing thing about this character is that you don't have to go out of your way to do something like this. It's pretty easy to do. There are a limited amount of weapons and scrolls in the game, so you are very likely to run across the same thing over and over. Alright. This must be the monk fight. Oh, no, it's maybe the elite Catfish, or whatever the hell his name is. He's the guy with the sword. Need to save my ammo. Where is he? Yep, it is the elite Catfish warrior, and I need to find him soon. Because they buffed the hell out of this guy. In previous iterations, he was a joke. But they gave him a lot more attacks that do a lot more damage. But it doesn't matter to me. Because he just melts. Like everything. He dropped this weapon, which I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video that I did on this, but oh my god, unlocking that weapon was the hardest fucking thing to do. Also, this is exactly what I was looking for. So now when I have to aim at things, I can just stand still for a second and then have the shot do way more Hello. No, you're not that good. Actually, wait. Lightning damage. Yeah, but you don't create the lightning ball, and that's, like, a really big part of why this is so good. So we'll go ahead and just continue. Should be the last room. Do I have something I can give you, actually? An item that's just not doing anything. Yes, Resolute. There we go. My hopes with this is I Should be able to upgrade this thing 2 more times, assuming there isn't a peddler here, which doesn't look like there is. There might be in there, though. Actually, no, I don't think they can spawn in there. Just gotta hit them where they spawn. The other thing that I really like about this game is that whenever you kill things really hard, their ragdoll just freaks the hell out. Alright, who's missing? I killed everything so fast that it took the enemies a couple of seconds to actually receive the signal to spawn. Alright. This will let us go faster. What we got going on in here? Was hoping for a platforming one, but this will work. Now this is the elite monk. You can tell because of those assholes. Alright, where is he? How did you not take damage from that? Oh well. It's really no big deal. What are you? Damn. That's pretty good. But I already have this thing and it's already eating all my ammo, so... this is really good. Alright. So not only did we get enough to upgrade this thing 3 more times, it's a choice between these two. I already have enough damage. Oh my god, I just realized I have 370 health. Or 370 shields. I don't think I've ever had that much of a secondary health pool ever when I played this game. Let's go ahead and go up here to our buddy. Dump all our points into this. As if it wasn't already instant killing everything. I saw a... Yeah, not worth it. I'm pretty much just going to be using sniper rifles the rest of the game, speaking of which. Yeah, no. Because I have that ability that basically stacks on the damage. Oh, I was hoping because I had one of these early on, I wouldn't have another. The game is so mean to me. It gave me everything I wanted. And now it's making me play a level I don't like. There's actually nothing wrong with these levels. I prefer whenever I'm having to actually go through the levels. Don't know why. I just kind of don't like staying in one place. Also, in cases like this, it's just like I throw down some arrows and the lightning ball takes care of everything else. Oh, you don't do that. Oh, I hate it when those guys get immortal too, because they just sit up there and spawn shit as long as their fuse is going down. I don't like any enemy that can spawn stuff continuously. You know why I don't like those enemies? They remind me of the pain elementals from Doom 2. If for some reason you haven't played that game and you don't know what a pain elemental is, and I hope I'm getting that enemy name correctly, because I'm going to look like an idiot if I'm not. It's the guys that spawn the Lost Souls. And if you don't know what a Lost Soul is, they're a tiny enemy that continuously run into you over and over, and they deal damage every time they do. And they're kind of hard to hit. Oh my god. Why am I missing? There we go. Alright. What do we get for our maybe second to last upgrade? Nothing I really want. Guess we'll go with the Chain Lightning. I probably should have been going with the Chain Lightning for a while because I have that thing that makes it so when I crit, it shoots out Chain Lightning. But, I mean, that's like under the assumption that things don't die when I hit them. And they do. Let's see. So there's a really funny way you can deal with this. And I think this should be something that should be changed. Where is it? Yeah, Paranormality is the thing that makes it so that my HP is fixed at 1. But I can discard this scroll. It goes onto the ground, and I have 93 health again. I go over to this chest. It wants 42 health for a scroll. I give it my 42 health. It gives me the one thing that I wanted the most. Oh my god. And then I go pick this scroll up, and I'm back to normal. The way that I think that should be changed is I think if you pick up either Flesh and Bones or Paranormality, Flesh and Bones being an item that takes away your shield or armor but gives you a 2% health regen every second, I don't think you should be able to put those back down because it makes it too easy to cheese things like that, and I feel like it should be kind of a commitment. Because you kind of have to change your playstyle when you use those items. But that's just my take on that. Where did you come from? Alright. Is it going to be the Elite Kappa? I think it's going to be. Oh no, it's the Yaksha. And now it's not. It's the Corpse Ksha. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Yes! So, fuck Paranormality. I don't want that anymore. I want this item. Not as good as the one that I have. I don't want to pick that up. I'm good. Let's go. Is there an upgrade boy around here? I'd like to speak to him. Him or a peddler would be nice. There's an upgrade boy. I'm going to look around for a peddler, but I don't think there is one on this stage. So let's just go ahead and get this to plus 15. Not as good as what I have. I just be hitting things that I'm not even looking at. I just kind of sat there and ate that. I don't think I want to do anything with that. Wonder how many more times I can upgrade this thing. I'm just dealing 34,000 damage. Ooh, you get away. Yeah, like I said at the beginning, this is usually where I play pretty carefully because there's a lot of things that can just instantly kill you. But I have so much shields that it barely matters, and I kill things so quickly that once again, it barely matters. I'm not even like trying that hard to aim. I don't have to. The boss is just gonna like collapse. I mean, after I get past the first few stages and whatnot, but I never get this close to the end of the stage whenever I do this, because usually it throws like 100,000 enemies at you, but here we go. Alright, so none of these really helped me all that much, except for this one maybe. But yeah, I'm pretty much done. Unless there's like a vault hidden around here somewhere, which even if there was, I don't really need it. So it looks like either we'll be able to get this to plus 16, or the peddler here will have something really nice for us. What do we get? Don't need that. None of this is that good. Yeah, we'll take casual gunmanship and nothing else. We're full on ammo, so we get this to plus 16. And now we go destroy the final boss. This is going to be ridiculously easy. Thought I hit the E button. There we go. Alright, can we one-shot the boss? Sometimes you can skip the fourth phase. If you do enough damage, you can skip the fourth phase. And I really want to do that. Damn. Not that it matters. Because this is already over. GG. So yeah, this character is just insanely busted. And probably needs to be nerfed. But as long as they aren't nerfed, I'm going to enjoy the shit out of them. That is a victory. And we'll go ahead and look at my stats here. 23 scrolls, 8 bosses killed. Highest damage was 80,000. And our highest rated weapon was the Strike Wing at plus 16. Which dealt 7,112,591 damage. Man, that's crazy. And that's that. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll make another video like this in the near future. And yeah.